I mean, I ch- the first thing I picked, first one I picked was hopeful, and I choose to be hopeful. Don't kill us. You use the auto translator to pass your reply into the transceiver. In the process, you end up explaining who you are, what Alkia is, and what would happen if Alkians were to potentially come to Earth. You end by reaffirming that you come in peace and asking for the residents of Earth to not seek out and destroy Alkia. And now, all that's left to do is wait. Did you make the right decision? From another planet? You decide to put in your earpiece auto translator. Is a message from the Search for Extraterrestrial Life, also known as SETI. We write in hopes of making contact with another sentient species. We understand this message may be hard to interpret, so we will now relay what we call prime numbers as universal show of intelligence. 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. We feel that will suffice as proof. Further transmissions will include much more such displays. We hope this message does not fall on deaf ears, and that new horizons will soon rise within the galaxy. That is all for now. This signal has been relayed as part of the SETI Institute. Location, University of California, Berkeley. You will find us in the United States, on a planet called Earth. End transmission. Oh my god. It looks like, for the first time in Alkian history, another hospitable planet has been found. But what do you do now? Your earpiece auto-translator, having listened to their language, would be able to translate a potential reply back. Since their message traveled with slow-moving radio signals, it would have been sent from a long time ago. Our reply, on the other hand, would be sent with quantum teleportation and arrive instantly. Being who sent that message even still alive, you decide to stop this train of thought and formulate a reply. What will you say to the residents of this planet, Earth? Such a strange, disgusting planet. You should probably think about this first. It will be your only chance to be the first being to reply, and do so in complete privacy. As you see it, you have three options. In the first, you consider the risk of sending a reply to another intelligent species we know nothing about. No matter how good our translation is, you don't want our message to have any chance to be misinterpreted as a declaration of war. To make things worse, you don't know how advanced the weapons of this race are, nor do you know how aggressive they can be. In turn, maybe you should reply with a simple, neutral request that you mean no harm. On the other hand, once word of this gets out, there's no doubt your superiors will immediately organize a fleet to Earth. And if what they say about our race is true, doubtful that the residents of Earth are more advanced technologically than Alkian. Even if they wanted to mount a resistance to Alkian spaceships, it would likely be in vain. It was the best course of action to be up front with them and say that we are on our way. And then, third option. By that same coin, knowing that Alkians would try to mount a takeover of this Earth, this could be your chance to keep this secret and prevent the residents of Earth from being wiped out. Come to think of it, there's a great chance that this society on Earth is better than the one on Alkia. Lived your entire life under the thumb of a 003 class always doing their bidding. Recently, you were just sent in to face certain death. Does such a thing also happen on Earth? Are the beings there allowed to flourish and gain freedom, no matter their rank? You think that's not impossible? So, should you send a desperate plea for them to never reply? Or send another message again, just so your superiors don't see that they exist? You should figure out what to say soon. Don't kill us. We are coming to you. Do not reply. Go over options again. I'm leaning more towards do not reply, but it is dooming an entire race to death. I mean, the first thing I picked, First one I picked was hopeful. And I choose to be hopeful. Don't kill us. You use the auto-translator to pass your reply into the transceiver. In the process, you end up explaining who you are, what Alkia is, and what would happen if Alkians were to potentially come to Earth. You end by reaffirming that you come in peace and asking for the residents of Earth to not seek out and destroy Alkia. And now, all that's left to do is wait. Did you make the right decision? I think it's going to switch over to Zanzi. Hey! The bus was late again. Your boss is not going to be happy. Better not be any more late. And on the spirit of this item... I'm not going to do voices. Ahem. You can sense how annoyed Professor Elias is. I feel it is appropriate to recall where our organization, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, began. See, 50 years ago, we sent on our first radio message into space, and it went a little something like this. This is a message from the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, also known as SETI. We write in hopes of making contact with another sentient species. We understand that this message may be hard to interpret, so we will now relay what we call prime numbers as a universal show of intelligence. And so on and so on. Yeah, what fools we all were. Back then, we haphazardly sent English and Morse code alike, without a regard for whether or not we would be understood. Not only that, but the fear of such messages being misinterpreted or alerting a potential aggressor to our presence was non-existent. Hopefully, we don't pay for such mistakes with blood. Given how silent the skies have been since then, I doubt that will be the case. What we can do, everyone, change SETI's ways going forward. That message 50 years ago stood as a symbol of humanity's technological progress and hope that we could meet like-minded beings across our galaxy. This hope still stands, but in our modern age, filled as it is with war, hatred, and misinformation, we must become cognizant. Such things likely aren't the sins of humanity alone. Extraterrestrials could be just as awful as us, everyone. We've got the sole responsibility of making a first impression on them. So we better get it right. That's it for today's morning debrief. Time to get to your daily tasks, everyone. Except you, Zanzi. Uh-oh. Boss is mad at me again. It took you damn long enough. Spent your sweet-ass time cleaning your ears, huh? Hey, he's like the guy from earlier said. Oh my god. The bus was late. Screw you. Oh, that was the wrong button. Yeah, the attitude on you. I'm sick of it. I'll have you know, Zanzi, what we do here is serious work. And we have no room for people who aren't serious about it. Listen, the grant that covers salaries for research assistants like you is up for renewal next month. Between the recession and war in Ukraine, Uncle Sam is giving less and less money towards searching the stars. Someone here must be getting on the chopping block sooner or later, and let's just say slackers are first in line. So get to it, Zanzi. Prove me wrong. You're on receiver duty for today. I move the equipment into the room to the right. And this goes without saying, but don't mess it up. Even a deadbeat like you can handle the receiver. It's not like we ever had anything from it. I hit up my lady. Hey, girl. Oh, this is not the partner that I assigned. It was the bus late again? Sorry to hear about that. Hopefully Elias didn't chew you out too much. Sometimes, you know, between him and the day-to-day of working here. Does this work ever get demoralizing to you? I mean, yeah, I agree. But with everything going on in the world, is this really the best use of our time? Maybe it is, though. If only to find another place to escape to once we tear this planet to shreds. Sorry, I'm just taking up your time. We should both get back to work. Can I help you? I'm doing real important work here, see? Can't be bothered. Seemed to be just clicking through tabs on his laptop, but you decided to leave him alone. Just a real fart of a person. Well, I'm sure nothing's gonna happen today. Like always. That was your email. You should probably check it. You take a look at your computer. Let's save. View emails. You have one new email. Reading first email. To Zanzi from Gabby. Subject, hoping you didn't forget. I hate to use your work email like this, but you didn't say anything this morning, and I wanted to remind you it's our 3rd year anniversary. I would love to do something special tonight. You don't have to go out or anything. Maybe I can cook and you Venmo me for the ingredients in return. Let me know what you want me to make. Love, Gabby. What will you reply with? Steak, pasta, dumplings, tacos, meatloaf. Let's order out. I do like a pasta. Honestly, I'd fuck up some dumplings right now. Your reply has been sent. This is the radio receiver. I'm going to go through your checklist just like every other day. First, okay, just to make sure. Turn on receiver. Okay, it's probably doing it automatically. Alright, well, I mean, I got this whole page of notebook anyway, whatever. It produces a harsh hissing noise, as always. Next, you have to check the dials and buttons that control where the receiver is aimed. Unsurprisingly, everything's normal. Not like someone would sneak in here at night and press all the buttons. Next, you must run a command in the terminal to pick up any outside signals of a certain frequency. Now it's time to test those frequencies. 980 megahertz, nothing. 981 megahertz, useless noise. Looking like today's another boring day of listening to static. You're getting hungry. Can't stop thinking about dinner with Gabby tonight. You decide to get back to work. What was the next frequency to test? Must be 982 megahertz. Not kill us. Oh, oh, was that a message? It sounded like they were speaking English, but they didn't sound human. Still, this must be some sort of prank, right? Or an accidental intercept from Earth? Our interceptors seem to be aimed and tuned correctly for outer space. And the terminal was given the correct commands. What on earth is going on? You decide to amplify the signal. Please, do not kill us. My name is XM0-124. I live on a planet called Alkia, and I'm communicating to you in your language via machine learning auto translation system. For now, I'm the only Alkian who is aware of your existence. On behalf of my entire race, though, I'll say this. We come in peace. Us Alkians have our problems, sure, and as a low-class one, I know that best. But I'm sure even those like my unit manager can be convinced to mean you residents of Earth no harm. I'll get to the point. Our planet Alkia is home to not one but 2 sentient species. There's us, the Alkians. We're peaceful plant eaters. Then there's the whole. They live solely off eating us. So as you can imagine, finding a way to escape our planet has been a goal of ours for a long while. And now that we know that your planet can support life too, I'd imagine many Alkians would want to set a course for a spaceship in your direction. I hope you see what I'm getting at. I don't want this to seem like we will take you over or anything. We just need a place to peacefully live. Planets are big, right? We hope there's enough space on Earth to share. And in return, we are happy to share our technology and knowledge. Doesn't sound so bad, right? Given how far away your planet is, it will take about 3 million Alkian rotations for our ships to reach you. And our days are really long, so even though I'm not sure how that translates to Earth time, I just know it'll be a long while. So let this stand as proof of my goodwill. If we really wished harm upon you, I wouldn't take it upon myself to let you know beforehand that Alkian spaceships might be coming your way. Also, I should note that I'm communicating with you via quantum teleportation. I'm a lower class Alkian, so all I know about it is what I skimmed from records, but I think it works by using quantum bits that have been entangled between our planet of yours, that happen to be located near our radios. Bottom line is we can now exchange information instantaneously. Just send a signal in my direction like you would any other, and our technology will do the rest. If you can hear me, resident of Earth, please let me know if you have any questions. I want nothing more but for both of our species to live and prosper. If the residents of Earth would rather kill us than share their space, so be it. I can do everything in my power to convince my higher-ups that your planet is not to be tampered with. Additionally, I'll try and check in later if you would rather respond at another time. So until then, XM0-124, checking out. Remember, please don't kill us. What was that? Was it some sort of prank? The message seems to have no discernible source. which would make sense if it was sent via quantum teleportation, whatever that is. And the frequency is spot on for a wave that comes from hundreds of light years away. God, this is all real, isn't it? You're the first human to ever hear a message from outer space. What did the message even say? Alkia, quantum teleportation? A potential space fleet flying towards Earth? None of this makes any sense. Begin to feel dizzy. Ahem. It looks like you fainted. Many hours have passed. It's near the end of the workday now. Falling asleep at your desk, Or more like falling onto your desk, I should say. Looks like you broke the receiver. It's a shame because I thought I saw a wave come in. Must have been an errant signal, though. I know there's all sorts of jamming and shit coming in from space given the war in Ukraine. Still, this is the exact type of behavior I was talking about this morning. Zanzi, you should go home and get some rest. Come back tomorrow and never pull another stunt like this again. Got it? You have no idea what to say. Take that as a yes. Now get out of here. I'll get a replacement receiver tonight. Oh, there's 20. Why not? Oh, kind of wanted to talk to people. Oh well, my bad. You take the bus to your apartment. I'm home. Oh, it's panning up the tower like you pan up the tower in the radio tower. Home sweet home. This isn't your apartment. This isn't your apartment. That's not your apartment. Nope. Placard reads apartment 305. Resident Rose and Monica Lafayette. Well, why is Gabby leaving the door open? Hey, Zanzi. Ready for some dumplings? Found a pretty good recipe for... I'm gonna stop doing voice. I don't have the strength to say anything right now. Come on, don't just stand there. I'm just as hungry as you probably are. Let's eat. Share a meal with Gabby. Good as it tastes, you're barely able to finish it. What happened earlier today looming over you? The meal feels like a lead weight in your stomach. Gabby seems to notice something is wrong. Listen, these 3 years really have been special. You make it worth it to live in this world, you know, despite everything. I want to make sure you know that. Zanzi, are you doing all right? Haven't said anything since you got here. It's work stuff. Or I don't want to talk. Work stuff. Work stuff? Is that why you're acting so weird? Is it the head professor again? Elias, right? Spend so much time at work just for him to treat you like shit. If he did something to you, just let me know and I got a signal. What? What kind of signal? You mean a radio signal? From another planet? Are you serious right now? Can't muster anything beyond nodding your head. Fuck. This is crazy. Have you told anyone? Why didn't I find this out from the news? No way. You haven't told anyone? Holy shit, so I'm the second person to know. I must say I'm honored, Zanzi, as long as this all isn't some elaborate prank. What did they even say? The aliens, that is. Why would you lie at this point? Tell the truth. Tell Gabby about Alkia, what you learned about its society in XM0-124. Talk about how it said that an Alkian fleet might be on its way, but begged you to let them flee to Earth in peace. Whoa. Knowing that, what do you think? Think they're gonna actually come and take over Earth? They're intelligent to communicate with us. They might as well take it. Not like we're using our planet for anything good. That's a joke, you know. God, this is exciting, Zanzi. You're gonna be so famous. When are you gonna tell your professor? Tomorrow. Awful as Elias is, I think that's the right call. You should keep me in the loop too. I won't tell anyone else, I promise. God, this is so fascinating. You think they are more intelligent? They are more intelligent than us? More kind? Maybe even more thoughtful? And if so, would that mean... Never mind that. I just realized you must be tired after all this. Sounds like it's been a long day. Zanzi, I'm so glad I'm with you. Thank you for sharing this with me. Let's head to bed. It's been one hell of an anniversary. Despite everything taking over your thoughts, you know Gabby's right. You need sleep more than anything else right now. You decide to call it a night. Maybe things will make more sense in the morning. By some miracle, you manage to get some sleep. You don't feel any better. You should probably talk to Gabby before heading to work. Hey, Zanzi, good morning. I'll be honest, since what you told me last night, I haven't been able to sleep. The other planet and the beings on it. It's been all I can think about. I feel like my whole world's been turned upside down. Gosh, I'm sorry. I probably sound like a total weirdo right now. It's just... Could you let me hear what it is saying? If you reach out to Alkia today, all you have to do is put me on speakerphone next to the radio. Please, even if it's just nonsense, I want to hear its voice. Please. Please just do this. I've never wanted anything more in my life. This will be a chance to hear them out before the collective eyes of humanity are on their planet. So it's decided then. Just give me a ring when you contact them again. I promise you won't regret this. I'm gonna regret this, but I'm probably gonna do it. You like to go to work? Yeah. I'm guessing all that noise hides a load. Zanzi, you're here bright and early. Unfortunately, our rotation still has you on receiver duty. You're lucky I was able to find a new one this morning. Already installed it. Well, get to it. The day's young. Now's your time to prove yourself worthy. Just gonna save her real quick. Check the old emails. Reading first. To Zanzi from Gabby. Oh, that actually was a new one. Okay, sorry. Oh, oops. Well, I think it was just her saying, like, hey, don't forget, you're going to put me on the speaker next to them for the aliens. Hesitantly, you turn the receiver on. Hiss. It produces a harsh hissing noise, as always. But this time it feels just a little more harsh. Take a deep breath. Or check the dials and buttons. Despite everything, they're still unchanged. Time for the terminal. Now it's time to set the frequency. First, you have to call Gabby and put them on speakerphone. Zanzi, is it time? God, I'm so excited. We're the first to hear words from a society untouched by man. I can't thank you enough for letting me in on this. If it understands us, could you let me talk to it over speakerphone? I wish you shared Gabby's excitement. All you feel is dread. Well, there's no going back now. What was the frequency again? I think it was 982 megahertz. It looks to be just making useless noise. What happened yesterday? Was that all a dream? What's happening? Are we supposed to be hearing it now? Zanzi, will be my final time repeating my message. Holy shit, that's the alien. XM0-124, right? The area I'm currently in is dangerous. I cannot stay here much longer. Still, I wanted to repeat my message one final time in hopes that a resident of Earth near the original broadcast location could reply. Why? Danger? Zanzi, it's reaching out to us. We gotta send a message back. Your workplace has a transmitter, right? Gabby's right. We do have a translator included in the receiver. But is replying really the best call? This could all be some grand trick. Is it? XM0-124 has been strangely upfront throughout this whole process. If you wanted to, you could run to the presses and sound the alarm on an Alkian invasion immediately. And sure, replying would give away our presence, but XM0-124 appears to know a lot about us already. You decide to go for it. God, if Elias would be mad that you didn't tell him about the signal. You can't imagine how mad he'd be if you reply without consulting anyone. But part of you wants to do this just to piss him off. You turn the receiver on. Hello, XM0-124, are you there? You're taken aback by how eagerly Gabby is talking to him over speakerphone. My goodness. I thought a reply would never come. Who is this speaking? Is this the transmitter of the original message? I'm not sure who you're talking about, but this is Gabby. I'm the partner of Zanzi, the person who first heard your message. I see. It's wonderful to hear your reply. XM0-124. I was wondering, is there anything you could do to prove you really are a You know, alien? Are you aware of the polynomial time versus non-polynomial time problem? Don't know what it's talking about. Yes, I do. It's a famous computer science problem. It tries to prove that every problem whose solution can be verified in polynomial time can also be solved in polynomial time. No one has ever been able to solve it. Give me one moment. Transmitting binary code. I ain't reading all that, but it's binary. What on earth is that sound? My apologies. I know that message was inscrutable to you, but if you look at the spectrograph, it will translate into a simple machine-level algorithm that solves the aforementioned problem. While no one on your planet has solved it, on Alkia, such a problem is so trite that even commoners like me know its solution. You have no idea what XM0-124 is talking about, but you decide to believe it. You can get proof for that later. For now, though, I'll believe you. So XM0-124, could you tell us about yourself? Like, for example, what do you look like? I've never really thought about how I would describe myself to another species. I guess I have a pointed face ending on a snout with a red nose. I have big circular ears, one of which is green and the other light red. I have 2 antennae that sprout from those ears. I also have big eyes and a big mouth, too. My lower body is encased in a robotic exoskeleton that's colored blue to reflect my XM0 rank. My soldiers have an orange hint, while my other joints are light blue. You begin to picture what XM0-124 looks like in your mind. Was that description good enough for you? It was great. Is there anything you would like to ask us? Well, as I said before, it's dangerous here, so I can't stay long. But now I'm curious. What do you and your partner look like? Oh, Zanzi, we should try and describe each other. Gabby goes on to give a detailed description of you, carefully worded in a way to allow a being from another planet to understand. Now it's your turn, Zanzi. It's also strange. What will you say? Give a normal description. They're cute, they're ugly. Normal description. You describe Gabby as best you can, trying to imagine what another species would imagine they look like. Moving on. I know time is of the essence, XM0-124, so I won't keep you for too long. Still, I must ask. Could you tell us a bit about your society? As for Alkean society, I'm optimistic about it. I'll give you a general overview, but first you'll need to tell me a little bit about your society. Otherwise, it will be hard to explain what mine is like in comparison to yours. I can do that. Again, Gabby seems really eager to talk. Wasn't this supposed to be a conversation between you and the alien? As residents of Earth, we call ourselves humans, and since the very first human walked this Earth, we've been at each other's throats. Societal progress comes from when we try and seek out comfort. Comfort often comes at the expense of others. We invented slavery, the taking away of freedom from other humans. This is not a great way to start a conversation with an alien race, Gabby. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong, but come on, lady. We're the only species capable of genocide, an attempt to completely wipe out specific members of our species. And though some say our lives are better than they used to be, the technologies and comforts that made it that way mostly came about through war. War, I should add, is a truly awful thing. It's when humans try and kill and maim each other. In recent times, things have gotten even worse. Humans hate each other more than ever. A great virus killed many of our species. A new war just broke out. And on and on. This all isn't to say that there's no hope for humanity. There are optimistic people out there. My little sister was one of them. But I just can't see this any other way. I'm not sure what to make of Gabby's thoughts on human society. Will you say anything? I mean, humanity isn't all bad. I don't want to say she's wrong, because she's not wrong, but it's a very pessimistic view. It's not the best thing to say to someone that's looking for an out from their, like, from a place that people are attacking them, that the only food they can make is, or the only food that this other entire species of people on their planet is this other species. Like, the whole only eat the Alkeans, as far as we've seen. We'll just have to accept that as fact. And, like, yeah, we have our problems, but it's not, she's focusing on all the negatives and all the terrible things about humanity. I think she's wrong. I see. Knowing that, I will describe my society in a human context. Us Alkeans are all organized into different castes. There's the XM0s, which do dirty work, mining, agriculture, or any odd jobs that require a lot of manpower. We're often sent on tasks where a high morality rate is expected. Then there's the 001 class, who do grunt level work. They do nothing but 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 wor They operate equipment, survey the land for the whole who try to eat us, those kinds of tasks. As for the 002s, I don't see them very often. They're the servant class who work directly under 003s. They prepare technology, deliver objects, and check up on our planet's highest class. Speaking of them, 003s are the leaders. They are made up of unit managers and scientists. They serve as our leaders for nearly every facet of life and drive forward societal progress. When compared to Earth, I will say that Alkia seems less divided. We are all united against the whole, it seems, and goals generally are shared by our entire species. In the rare case where an Alkian wishes harm upon another, they are sundowned. I'm suffering from a little bit of amnesia at the moment, so I can't recall what sundowning means, but I don't think it's good. But that should be all. I should probably head back to my unit manager now. Thank you, XM0-124. Just one more thing. You feel like Alkian society is more righteous than ours?